Hello my loves, it's Kat, how are you? So today we have two new exciting Pika cards for you guys, and the reason why I said we is because this is my first ever collaboration and it's with Elena from Back to the Tarot channel. I am so excited. So yeah, over on Elena's channel you will be taking a look at what would your past self thank you for, and here on my channel we're gonna see what your future self would thank you for. So yeah, this is so exciting. I think these two messages are gonna go really well together, and I have a feeling that you actually need both messages in order to have the full picture, so it's really important to check both. So yeah, if you came here from Elena's channel, hi, welcome, I'm so excited to have you here. I hope you will enjoy your reading, and if you came here first, please remember to check out Elena's channel and her video. The link will be in the description box, you cannot miss it. And thank you, Elena, for collaborating with me. This is so exciting, and I have a feeling that this will only be one of many collaborations. So yeah, let's get to the pile selection then. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have pile number 1 with Master Stone. We have pile number 2 with Labradorite. And then we have pile number, ooh, that sounded bad. And then we have pile number 3 with Lapis Lazuli. So when you have made your decision, go down to the description box to find your timestamp. I will give you a few seconds to decide. And when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Ready? Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. So you chose the Master Stone. Where am I gonna put this though? Over here, maybe? Okay. So we have Pyrite 45. Okay. I'm being flooded by messages, but I feel like the main point here is that your future self is thanking you for all the hard work you did, all the healing that you did, because now they get to enjoy it. They get to reap the benefits from it. They get to live the life you always dreamt of having. And what is most important here, what they are telling me, is that they know their worth now. They know exactly what they are worth, and they will not accept anything less. And it's not like you didn't before, but I feel like your future self is like on a whole nother level. Like they really know themselves, and it's all because of all the work that you did here now, all the healing that you did, all the shadow work you did, all the journal prompts you did, all the TikTok videos you watched about healing yourself and actually doing the things they were telling you to do. Whoa, calm down. They are thanking you for all of it, because now they get to live a prosperous life. They get to live in abundance. They are living the dream, and it's all because you did the work. We have surrender, letting go of the darkness. So here is also what you are doing, or what they have done. They're now completely kind of like going with the flow, I guess, like kind of like accepting that universe has their back. Like they know, they get it, they completely feel it in their body. Like they have surrendered, and they accept whatever comes with and comes along, but they know that it's just gonna be good. It's all gonna be good, and well, lessons here and there, but that's life, you know. But yeah, surrender, letting go of the darkness. Oh my god, you have a sun and the moon here on the card. I don't know if you saw that, but you have a sun and you have the moon. So what I see here is that you actually did a lot of shadow work, or you're already doing that. And that is the key to this. That is the key, it seems. to do the shadow work. The shadow, did I say the shadow work? Oh well, doesn't matter. I mean, still oblige, I guess. Oblige. Oh my god, I am talking nonsense today. So with the purite then, and with the surrender, letting go, I also feel like this has to do with manifestation. I feel like your future self is manifesting like on regular basis, and this is kind of like the new norm for them. Like they just manifest things all day, every day, and they have kind of figured out how to do that. And part of it is to surrender, to believe that it's coming, to believe that it's there, to believe that there is enough for all of us to go around, you know? So let's see what else they have for you. I feel like they're trying to send me a message, but what is it though? Something obvious I haven't noticed, because they're like waving their hands like, look, look, you're not seeing it. What am I supposed to see? What am I supposed to see? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe this is the message. So do you see these like flowers here? These pink flowers? So what they are giving me is, what was her name? What was her name in the... What was the movie's name? Oh my god. The Disney movie. Is it Disney though? I think it's Disney. The one with the magical house? Casa? No, casita? No, they said casita. Like a little house, but... What was it? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to check. I'm sorry, because this is important. This is something that they wanted you to know. I just remember that they called the cows casita, and then they had superpowers. Disney movie. Encanto! Oh my god, Encanto! Jesus, I actually forgot that. Oh well. Okay, and what was the... Mirabel was the main character, but what was her sister's name? Encanto? Siblings names. Mirabel, Luisa, not Luisa. Isabella! I think she was Isabella. So, sorry about that. This felt like so important because I felt like they were like waving their hands like, look, 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 you're not seeing it. And I felt like they were like pointing at the flowers, and the flowers are giving me Isabel from the Encanto. And like her, like surrender, letting go of the darkness, like her thing, if you haven't seen the movie, they all have like superpowers in this house. This house gives them superpowers. And Isabella's, her power was to make these beautiful flowers, and her thing was that she was perfect. She was beautiful. She was graceful. She was just pure perfectness. And then Mirabel, that was Mirabel was her name, the other sibling. She was actually left without a superpower. She was the only one without one. And she kind of, like, she didn't mind it. She was still living her best life and so on. But she then kind of fucked up Isabella's engagement party, or the proposal. And she went to apologize, and obviously she was really mad and stuff. But then she accidentally, instead of making these perfect, beautiful pink flowers, she made a cactus. And she was like, oh my god, I have never been able to do this before. And then she realized she was able to do all kinds of flowers. And the best thing was that they weren't these pretty flowers. They were these vines and crazy colors and cactuses and these like, not necessarily like pretty little daisies or anything. They were like these big and strong and vines that she could, like, you know, swing stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but the point is that she was done being perfect. She never wanted that anyway. She never even wanted to marry that guy. She only wanted to marry him because that was what was expected of her. Like the grandmother, she expected Isabella to be perfect. So she was. So she had suffocated her urge to do creative things. She was only supposed to make these beautiful, perfect pink flowers. But when she let that out, when she let out her true self, she was like, no, I'm done with perfect pink little flowers. I want to make something crazy. And I feel like that is actually something that, a decision that you make right about now, that you decide to be your true self. And it's not going to be easy, but that is something that your future self is like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing this, because now I get to live my dream. We have, what have you, oh sorry, the font is a little bit crazy and I was like, is this even English? Have you asked your angels for help with this? Okay. Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. Oh, I see. Okay. Another side of this pirate is actually that you don't have to do things alone. I remember that from the little book. And I feel like you have this feeling that you need to do everything by yourself. And I can relate. I can definitely relate. As someone who is the unstable big sister. Yeah. I gotta do things on my own. Someone who was forced to, I feel like you and I, God, you and I can both relate to this, like being almost forced to grow up too soon, and kind of feeling like you have to do everything by yourself, because if you ask for help, if you accept help, you have to share the credit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not yours anymore. It's not something you can be solely proud of because you needed help. Like, do you relate with that? Because I felt like that for the longest time. But then I decided, oh shit, what was that? Something was on the table and I swiped it off with my sleeve. Oh well. Yeah, so another thing about this is, because that's the thing, like, whatever you believe in, angels, spirit guides, God, oftentimes, especially spirit guides and angels, they actually need you to physically ask them for help, to help with something. They actually need you to help, they actually need you to ask, and then they can do something about it. But if you don't ask, then they can't really do much about it. They can do something if they feel like you're going in a completely different direction. They can give you little nudges here and there, but they can't actually help you without you giving them permission to, because they are not allowed to mess with our lives just because they want to. They need to be asked. So it doesn't have to be anything serious. You can just pray. You can pray for them to help you. It doesn't have to be anything. You don't need to cast a spell or anything. You can just ask, like, hi, it's me again. Do you think you can help me out? I know, I'm very informal with my spirit guides. Probably because in Finland we are very informal overall. And that's why people think we are rude. We are rude, but that's not it. That's not. So yeah. Let's see then. What more are your spirit guides thanking? No. Your future self. Your future self thanking you for it. Damn. It's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, I see, actually. I was just like thinking of the vines that Isabella made. And I was like, oh my god, there is the vine. But no, it was actually the tail of the dragon. That's so funny. Oh well. Close. So yeah, there is a situation I feel like you're in, or you will be soon, that will require you to actually ask for some help. And I feel like once you ask for help from your spirit, you can also ask for help from like other people, but I feel like your spirit guides would be really good at this. They're just like waiting for you to say so, that they can do something about it. They're just waiting and waiting, like, come on, come on, come on. And hopefully you will. Because they can honestly, they can create magic. I remember once, I was like, hi, I'm having some trouble with money. Do you think you could help me out? And suddenly I got extra 800 euros in my bank account. And it was like, it came out of nowhere. And there was a reason why it came. But yeah, still, I give the credit for my spirit guides. So we have, oh my lord, we have Queen of Water and Ace of Water. Oh my god. So the Queen of Water says loving, giving, psychic. Ace of Water says emotions, relationships, and intuition. So what is also happening is that your relationships are gonna get a loads better. I feel like this is mostly because you see your worth now. You're not taking scraps. You're not justifying or making excuses for if he wanted, they would. Because often when people are making excuses for that, it's kind of sad. Because let's face it, if they wanted, they would. They really would. So yeah. Oh my god, where did I put the deck? Yeah, your relationships are gonna get loads better. And I feel like you will be really in tune with your feelings as well. And the reason why your future self is thanking you for this is because you did the work. You did the inner healing. You did the... Maybe you went to therapy. You started learn how to embrace your feelings, how to feel your feelings instead of shutting them out, instead of hiding them, instead of keeping quiet when you need to say something. I also feel like there is another message coming through that you may have kicked out people in your life, people out of your life that didn't deserve to be there in the first place, and that is something that they're also thanking you for. They know that, they remember how hard it was for you to do that, but they thank you for doing it anyway, because now they get to live in peace, and now they have such strong what is it called? What is it called? Boundaries. Boundaries. They have really good boundaries now, and it's all thanks to you. Let's get some more cards. Also, this is another thing that your spirit guides are, you know, oh my god, I keep saying spirit guides, but I guess since they're both here, actually, I feel like it's coming from like either one. Another reason why they're thanking you for this, it's not like thank you for doing this for me, no, it's thank you for doing this for my children. So some of you will be getting children if you don't have already. Some of you, remember, if you don't want children, you don't have to have any. It's not an obligation. But those of you who want children and or already have children, your spirit guides are thanking you for doing all of this inner healing work for your children. Because the more you heal yourself, the less your children will have to carry. basically you will be, what is it? Like taking care of generational curses, like healing them, or whatever it's called when you know, fix them. We have, okay, we have 3 of air in reverse. I'm gonna take a look at it upright first. Sorrow, forgiveness, and healing. But remember, this was in reverse. Ah, I see. Okay. So because this was in reverse, they're actually thanking you for going through that sadness and healing. Because I feel like to become who they are now, to become this future self, it needed quite a few tears. It needed quite a few hard conversations with people. It required a lot of time alone, a lot of time crying your heart out, a lot of time feeling your feelings instead of hiding from them. And I'm gonna start crying myself because this is really hard for me to feel, because this is really intense. But basically, they are thanking you for going through all of this pain so that they can be in peace, so that they can be happy. These sadness and these sorrows, they're no longer following you in the future. You're dealing with them now, so you don't have to feel them forever. I'm sorry. That was really hard. Oh my god. Do I need a break? No. Ooh, I almost blew out the candle. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Let's get one more tarot card. Ooh. One more tarot card. What more do you want to thank your present self for? What more? I'm asking your future self, by the way. I'm not saying it, you know. What more do you want to thank them for? We have lovers, relationships, emotions, and choices, but it was reversed. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. With the lovers reversed, I feel like it's not about the other person, it's about yourself. You love yourself in a whole new level. Like your appreciation for yourself, your like, okay. It's just that, like, you're so willing to fight for yourself. You will fight to death for yourself now. Like there is nobody who loves you like you love yourself. Yes, there might be other people. You might have a husband, a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, pets, children, ex-lovers. But nobody will love you the way you love yourself. Nobody could do that, because love takes different forms, just like energy takes different forms. So does love. So the love you have for yourself, it's the strongest kind. I feel like it's well, it's kind of like apples and oranges, but I feel like let's say it's one of the strongest kinds. And I feel you feel so powerful, and it's all, oh, okay, so we have 2 cards. It's just so powerful. So freaking powerful. Where am I gonna put this card though? I'm just gonna maybe move these over a little bit. Okay, we have Ace of Summer. This is a second Ace of Cups now. Yeah, because Ace of Summer is Ace of Cups. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one. The awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Oh my god, I actually forgot about that one. We already had psychic here with the Queen of Water. I forgot about that one. Right, so also your spiritual gifts are gonna get like, they're gonna get so strong, like tenfold, like holy mother. Like you never even realized you had that sort of power. And it also comes from feeling your feelings and realizing what is your intuition and what is your ego. I think that has a lot to do with it, like telling them apart, because they have a similar way of communicating but slightly different. And it's in the beginning it's really hard to tell them apart, but when you keep doing it you will eventually figure it out. We also have 6 of water. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. Oh my god. That is so amazing. Yeah, feeling your feelings is a big one. And even though I think I'm now I'm now unsure, because sometimes I just, when cards come like reversed, I sometimes still flip them around in my head and I'm like, were they reversed or were they not? And now I'm second guessing the Lover's card, but it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. Maybe it was upright and then I turned it around and thought it was, I don't know. I don't remember anymore. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I see here, either way, the messages are the same, because we already had that relationship thing coming with the Ace of Summer. Or like a confirmation for me, I guess. Like, yeah, you will actually get love, and from another person too, and not just yourself. Not that there's anything wrong with like receiving love only from yourself, but let me put it this way. There are multiple sources of incoming love in your future. That is what I see here. And it all comes down to you healing your wounds, you crying, you getting over your feelings by feeling them. And yeah. And with your psychic gifts that are gonna get stronger and stronger, because of healing these wounds, they're going to help you manifest even greater things. And another thing I wanted to remind you, I think it was the Mirabelle, no, the Isabel message, because they completely calmed down after I said it. So I think that was the message they actually wanted. If you haven't seen Encanto, please watch it, because it's really, how should I put this? Healing in a way, because if you take a look at the spiritual gifts that they have, you realize that they are all coping mechanisms for a tough childhood. Take a look at it, like think, watch it and think. Anyway, yeah, I think these were all the messages I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed, and I would really love to read for you again. So I really hope I see you in my next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pal number 2. So you chose the Labradorite. Let's see if I can make it gleam now. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it was this way. Cool, good to know. So, we have number 28, Kyanite. Cool. Okay, so the Kyanite is a crystal of harmony and kind of like, you know, like fixing fences and building bridges we may have burned. So what I see here with the Kyanite is that you may have, probably in the present time, you may have an issue with somebody, and your future self is telling me that it's actually fixed. In the future, it's actually fixed. And I see that for some of you, this may be a, what are they called? Uh-oh. Damn it. I just realized my candle. It's leaking all over. There's nothing I can do though, because it's I should have had like a plate underneath it, but I was dumb. So I don't know. There's nothing I can, you can see this, you can see the whatever it's called leaking from down there, but it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Moving on with your reading. So, what I'm getting here... Huh. I just realized. That thing could have leaked at any time, yet it chose this specific moment. You may be having some issues with a family member, and for some of you this may be father or a father figure or a mother figure. It could also be a sibling, sister or brother, who you really don't get along with. This could be a step sibling, also stepmother, stepfather. You really do not get along with at the moment. And it could be really, really bad, like insanely bad. Like not even being able to be in the same room together. And what I'm getting here, that this is somehow no longer an issue in the future. There are many ways, but for some of you I see that it could be that one of them, or for some of you it could be even that, especially with the moving forward card. Some of you have decided to leave them behind. They're no longer in your life. You have decided this. And you're basically moving forward with life. I'm actually going to show this to you because some people want to see the cards and they're quite far away. So I'm going to give you a minute. So yeah, some of you are leaving them behind, moving on, moving forward. I don't care. And for some of you, actually, this person, especially if they are on older side, they may even pass away or have passed away at this time where this future self is coming from. I'm not quite sure their age, so I can't really tell. So yeah, there's that. And for some of you actually have like fixed the relationship, like you have talked it out, you've cried together, you have fixed, you have, you know, you have shared and you have sort of like come together, and you know, like you hurt me, I hurt you, and I guess we're even, and can we move on? And so you do. So, oh, actually we have already done this. And at the back of the deck we had 25, trust, love, and friendship. Yeah. So either way, I feel like the people who are in your life right now, or I mean in the future, in the right now of this future self of yours, they are very loving, they love you, they respect your boundaries, they would never put you in a... Basically what I see is that they would never put themselves in a situation where they might end up losing you. That is what I hear. And I feel like that is something that you've never had before. But in the future, this is all only type of friendships and relationships that they accept in their lives. Basically, yeah, they would never put your friendship or the relationship at risk. Basically, that is what I see here. But what are they thanking you for, though? I feel like a lot of it is all these boundaries that you decided to put up and how hard it was, because they remember being you. They remember how hard it was, how you were afraid that everybody was gonna leave you. And some of them did, yet you didn't back down. You didn't back down. I'm worried about that candle. You know what? I'm gonna fix that candle up and I'm gonna replace it with another. So I will be right back. Oh, we got a card, by the way. So I will be right back. There we go. We have a fresh candle. Everything is fine. I'm just gonna adjust my seat. I'm sorry, your reading is getting a little bit chaotic. But if you've been in my channel for a while, you know that this is quite usual. So yeah, we have shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So I feel like this is something that you do or did in order to become this future self you will be in the future. You shielded yourself from the energy of others. I feel like you may be an empath and you feel other people's energies really, really strongly as if they were your own. And I feel like this may have been the problem actually. Like basically, okay. This is what I see for you. You know how sometimes when somebody hurts your feelings, they do something you didn't like, and you confront them and they explain why they did it, and you feel like you can't be mad at them because now you understand why they would get mad. But that doesn't mean that you don't still get to be mad about it. You still get to be angry about it, even though you understand why they did what they did, where it came from and all of that. It doesn't mean that it's excused. You know? So there is this protecting of yourself that is happening in the present that will affect your future. It's kind of like a ripple effect, in fact. And so basically, let me describe your future self. Your future self is somebody who is very protected. Their energy is very protected, which is why I'm not getting a lot of information from them. I only get what I feel when I'm around this future self of yours. So they are very heavily protected, not just by energy though. They're also protected by the people who love them. The people who are around them are so even overly protective, and your future self is like, I can take care of myself. And they're like, yeah, but you don't have to though. You don't have to do it all yourself though. So yeah, very protected, very, you know, they carry themselves, you know. They carry themselves differently. They believe in their abilities. They believe in the people who are around them. They trust and they're not afraid to love. And yeah, let's get some more cards then. Did I already do this? Well, once more for luck. I always forget if I cleanse the cards or not, which is why I in the beginning decided to start cleansing the cards in the beginning, or like in the middle of the reading instead of like between readings, because I kept forgetting. So we have Knight of Fire, confident, passionate, adventurous. Yes, this is a message from your future self. Like I said, I did not get this from their energy. They just gave it to me in a card. Like their energy is really heavily protected. Whatever I get from them is what they give me. So they are somebody who is very confident. They're also really excited about life. Like they're like super excited to experience things. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put my hair up. My hair is annoying me. Like if they have a dream, if they have an idea, they take it and they run. They take it and they run with it as fast as they can to wherever they need to be in order to make that happen. I feel like your future self may travel a lot, and I feel like a lot of these things are something that you're like, no, that doesn't sound like me. But I think it might be you though, because I just feel like this future self is somebody you wouldn't even recognize. Like somebody who's not afraid. Like the main thing is they're not afraid. Like even in their relationships, they're kind of like yeah, like if we did break up, if I did break up with this guy, if they did, or this girl, they did disappoint me, yeah, I would be sad, but like overall I would be okay. Like I would be fine. Like I know it's, let's say they cheated, or let's say in this scenario they would cheat, you're like, yeah, but it's not about me though. I mean, Shakira and Beyonce have gotten cheated on. It has nothing to do with me. It's about them. So it's kind of like that. Like your future self, yeah, they're different because they carry themselves differently. They have a different kind of belief in themselves. Like their limiting beliefs. Oh, it's the limiting beliefs. That's the point. Yeah. And moving forward, enlightenment. Sorry, I didn't get this earlier. So in the present, you may be battling with some limiting beliefs, and clearing these limiting beliefs is something that will take you closer to this future self that is saying hi to you here in this reading. So it's the limiting beliefs, and that is what they're thanking you for. Because I've been wondering, like, what is it? What do you thank them for, though? But they're not giving me anything, so it could be the cards. It's almost like they just want to describe like who they are now, as kind of like motivation to you. So let's see. What do you thank my child twos for? We have Four of Earth, frugalness, extravagance, control. I'm gonna need a clarifier for this card. Can you clarify the Four of Earth for me, please? I have no idea what you're trying to say. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so we have 10 of Air, endings, recovery, freedom. Oh, okay. How am I gonna put these? They need to be somehow so that I know that they are supposed to be for each other. Actually, I'm just gonna move these around this way. Sorry, I'm just gonna move these really quickly. This way they make sense to me. Right, okay. You also may have some sort of, I wouldn't be surprised if a devil came out. There might be some things that you're hiding. There are a lot of, oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay, so can you see here? We have Four of Earth, and she's like sitting on this chest, and there's this cupboard behind her, wardrobe, and it's being locked. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. What do you mean? There's nothing in the closet. Why would you assume that? So there's this sort of like, there's something that you're hiding. You're keeping words to yourself. You're keeping your feelings to yourself. Basically, you're not expressing your feelings to other people. And this is actually something that you will stop doing. It's time to end this, your future self says, or your spirit guides actually said that. Like it's time to end that. And that is actually one of the things that your future self thanks you for. It's kind of like your future self thanks a very soon to be future self of you who will do this work. That is odd, but I'm gonna have a sip of my water. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're keeping something to yourself. You're keeping your feelings. I feel like you have a fear of confrontation. Like you don't wanna upset anyone. You don't wanna say the wrong thing, and you may be a little bit passive aggressive, kind of like hoping that they would get that something is wrong when you act like something is wrong. Yes, something is wrong. I feel like that might be it. Let's get some more cards. Need some more information. But yeah, your spirit guide said this clarifier, because when I said your future self, they were like, no, not me. It wasn't me. It was them. Because when I started this reading, like before, I asked to tap into your future self and your spirit guides. So that is why we have both of them here, and they are both giving me messages. Yeah. So what else do you have to say? What do you thank your present self for? Yes. 5 of Fire, conflicts, annoyances, competition. Your present self, this is what they're thanking you for. You are standing up to yourself. You're standing up to what you believe in. You're standing up to your feelings. You're honoring your feelings. You're saying, you're starting to say when something is wrong. You are, and you protect that. Like, even though, like I said before, you may be one of those people who always understand. They're always the bigger person because they get it. It's time, not like being a smaller person, but it's more like, I'm the bigger person, yes, but you still need to make amends because you did me wrong. So apologize, please, or get out, you know? It's that sort of feeling here. So what more messages do you have for my, oop, okay. Oh, okay. Wait, well, yes. Okay. We have the Queen of Water. I was having a little bit difficulty understanding if this was for you or not, because it was behaving strangely, and then I heard, yes, it's for us. So yeah, okay. Queen of Water, loving, giving, psychic. So yes. I'm just moving those a little bit closer because I realized that I moved them a little bit further apart because of the last pile. They got 1 extra card, so I needed to make some room, but we don't need that room anymore. So yeah, with the Queen of Water, I see that you're starting to handle your emotions. You're starting to feel your emotions. You may have been drawn to pile number 1. Now, if you were actually drawn to pile number 1, please watch it. There may be a message for you. If you were like, no, I didn't really feel a draw to it, you know, this doesn't resonate with you. You don't have to do that. But yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, because look at the Queen of Water. She is wearing her heart on her sleeve, quite literally, and I love that. So yeah, I feel like that is something that you're learning. Even though she's wearing the heart on her sleeve, her sleeves are still very tight. So I feel like you may be tightening your sleeves. They're not like loose, like going all over the place, because you might lose your heart. So yeah, that is something that I see for you. You may have this is actually a trauma response for some. You may be one of those people who really easily open up to people a little bit too much in the beginning. That might be you, or might have been you. I feel like that is actually going to, like, that is something that you're learning to control as well. And what your spirit guides and your future self are really thanking you for is actually starting to stand up for yourself, picking up that sword and starting to fight. We have the shield yourself. Oh my god, and he's like ready for a fight. Oh my goodness, it's all coming together now. So let's get one of these cards. So these cards are going to be some sort of advice or words of affirmations for you that might be helpful. Let's see. They might be for your, they're for your present self actually. So for you. But let's see what they are about. So what do you need, my beautiful pile number 2s, to know? At the moment, we had 2 cards as well, just like for pile number 1. So yeah, let's move those back. We have the Dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. And then we have 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that is not worth the effort. Yes. And I have a feeling that that is talking about people, actually. That is what I feel. That it's talking about people. Yeah. Is there anything else that I see here? Like, let those feelings out. Let those words out. You need to start, and I feel like you will be very comfortable with confrontation. You can even do it a little bit later when you feel like you got mad. Somebody said something and you got kind of upset. You're not quite sure why. You can take a minute. You can tell them, I need to take a minute, and then even next day tell them, like, you know, it really upset me. And I think it triggered something in me, and you can even tell them like what it triggered, because that helps people understand and avoid it in the future. Because sometimes we need those thoughts to mature before we know exactly what it was that hurt us. Otherwise, it might become a fight for nothing, because your thoughts in the matter haven't matured. Like, you don't quite know what it is that you're mad about yet, you know? That is what I feel. Do I see anything else? No, I just want to add that your future self is really happy. And they are really proud of themselves, and they're really proud of you. They are so proud of how far they have come. And they are really proud of all the effort that you made, all the fights that you conquered, or you will conquer. And they are really proud of that, because they remember how hard it was. They remember what it took to start, and you did it, or you're doing it, or you will do it. So yeah, this is what I had for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. So you chose the Lapis Lazuli. And number 34, Malachite. So the Malachite talks about clarity. And here is actually what I see for your future self. And the difference between your, sorry, your present self. I'm just gonna have a sip of water. Actually, that cough is not going away. So I see a lot of you are at the moment, let's say, wasting time on doom scrolling. I don't know. Something like that. Doom drooling. I don't know how to say it, actually. Doom scrolling. Yeah, okay, I think we got it. So yeah. A lot of you are kind of like your attention span is suddenly super short, and it almost feels like there is this noise. Like, when I'm tapping into your present self at the moment, and I feel like there is this buzzing that is going on all the time, and you may feel like you can't do anything without listening to an audiobook, or listening to YouTube, or a podcast, and you always need to have something going on, or you always need to put the TV on to have some noise in the background. That is something that is going away in your future, and I feel like that is something that you are taking care of, or starting to take care of. And your future self, they have reached this sense of clarity, sense of kind of like minimalism, but almost like the noise is gone. There's just peace left. And it's beautiful. Like there is no urgency, there is no need to always have something. You're not. In fact, what I feel here is that you wish, like your future self just told me, like if I could choose to listen to something, I wish I could just listen to silence. Like I wish I could just go in a bus, like go, you know, go somewhere in a bus and just put my headphones on and just listen to silence. Like that would be it. Like that is what I would want. So let's get some more cards. Okay. I didn't even have to say anything. Oh, I see. Yeah, we have trust, love, and friendship. That is really beautiful. So I feel like a lot of pretty much all of the relationships and friendships that you have, they are someone you can trust, someone who you really vibe with. I feel like at the moment, well, doesn't matter. At the moment, I feel like there's just so much noise in your life right now. And it could be, it doesn't have to be actual noise. It could be just like content and things you need to do. There is so much, I don't know what to call it. I have a word for it, but I don't know what it is in English. But just noise. Like it could be visual noise. Like, you know, I don't know. Hard to explain. But I feel like in the future, oh yeah, this is what I was saying. Like the noise being also like people in your life. It could be that you have a lot of people that are kind of, I don't want to say unnecessary, but don't really bring anything to your life. And I feel like in the future, I feel like your future self, they are very minimalistic. They are very protective over their energy. And they have kind of only taken the people that actually add value to their lives and kept to those, if that makes sense. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Power animal. Cool. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. Cool. Okay, so do you keep seeing a specific animal? I see a fox for some of you. I also saw an owl, and then also these black birds I never know the name of. I don't think they are ravens. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of like a choo-choo train. That's my cat, Clyde. She's snoring. Anyway, yeah. There is an animal around you. It could also be like a stray cat that keeps coming around. That is something that I feel also. They have a sort of message here. And especially, I just saw, I feel like the cat, it might be a cat for the majority of you. And a few of you will be taking that cat in. I just saw it. Is that you? If it was you, I am... I love that. I love that so much. I hope everybody takes in stray cats, because honestly, yeah, we need that in our lives. So let's get some tarot as well. Yeah, there's something about a specific animal that keeps popping up in your life. It could be like an animal that just keeps popping up. My sister keeps having this family of bunnies, and they keep showing up around the same time always at their like in her yard, basically, or her driveway, and the mama bunny just nurses the little ones on her on her drive. It's so cute, so freaking cute. It could be something like that, like a wild animal just keeps popping up. Could also be that the pet that you currently have, they are actually a spirit guide. That is also a possibility. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have the tower, you guys. And I know a lot of people are afraid of the tower. Don't worry, don't worry. Let me tell you why. This card is named Transformation in this deck. It says realization, life change, and liberation. The reason why people are often afraid... I'm sorry, I'm just gonna grab some water. The reason why people are often scared of the tower is because it's kind of like a rock being pulled underneath you. But take a look at this version of the tower. In the traditional, I think, actually, I'm not quite sure, I don't have the traditional deck, but usually in the tower card, there are people falling off it. But in this one, this angel is leading the person out of it. Like they're no longer inside, and if it would crumble, which it does, there's nobody inside because they have been let out. So you wouldn't even recognize yourself. If you saw your future self, you would not recognize them. Their life is so much different than yours. I feel like your life currently is filled with so much noise, and their life is it's kind of like I just got, I don't know, have you seen Gilmore Girls where there is this harp player playing in the inn where Lorelai is working at, and then somebody calls her, I think it's her ex or her child's father, and he can hear the harp playing from her side, and he's asking her like, where are you? In heaven? I don't know why, but that's one of my favorite jokes. Because that is what I feel like you would ask your future self if you could see them. Like their life is so peaceful, so serene, so magical in the most beautiful way. I also feel like you might be going more natural. You may be moving on to very ecological choices. Another thing, you may be moving from the city to a countryside, for example. There is just like going from a noisy place to a quiet, peaceful place, either physically or energetically. That is what I feel here. Where are you? Heaven? I don't know. Oh my god. Wait, we have already... Okay, so I guess this deck, we have already had a card from here. I guess we need another card because I was supposed to pick another deck, but this is what ended up in my hand, so... I'm really sorry about the cough, guys, but I don't know. I don't think I'm getting sick, I think I'm just dry. Whoop! Shield yourself. Okay, so this came for pile number 1 as well. You're kidding me. Another card just on its own flew from that deck. Wow, this deck has a lot to say. Okay, another one. We're gonna take all 3. So we have shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh, fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Got it. Okay. Yeah, you will be really heavily protecting your energy. That is something that I saw for you either way already. I'm just going to put this over here. We have another card coming that is going to go here. So I'm just going to make some space already. And I feel like it's time to let some people go. You may have been drawn to pile number 2. If you weren't like contemplating, is it 2 or is it 3, then, you know, never mind. But if you were, you might want to take a look at pile number 2 as well. No, not again. I was reaching for that deck. No more. Oop, Jesus. Okay. So let's get some tarot. What does your future self thank you for? I feel like another one is that they're like really happy that you went along with the change, because I feel like this change, it might have been coming for you already, like you're suddenly waking up to how much noise there is in your life. Actually, this could also be like clutter, and you're kind of like, you know, like, I would like this to be more clear, I would like my head to be more clear, I would like to be more at peace, like not needing to be listening to something all the damn time. Like, I wish I could have those hours back where I was scrolling too much. I feel like this is not familiar to you. I mean, this is not... Okay, scratch that. I don't know how to say it. We have Ace of Air, inspiration, communication, adjustments. Yeah. So yeah, I do see that you actually see this for you. You may be actually dreaming of a life in countryside, or maybe you already are. I really see that for you. Or you see like a direct path. Like, how can you get from A to B? A being the place where you are currently, and B being this place where you want to be. Like, you can see the direct line. You can see exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it to get there. And you will be doing it, actually. You will be doing it. Oh my god, I was hoping this would come up, and it did. We have a 9 of Earth, contentment, luxury, independence. Now, what I see with this card actually is that you will be living the life of your dreams, but I feel like for the majority of you, this will be in the countryside, or at least in the suburbs or something, where you have your own house, your own yard. That is what I see for the majority of you. And it's simple life, but it's perfect for you. Like, you're so content, you have everything you've ever wanted, but it's peaceful. It's not quite, it's a little bit different than how others would live, I have to say. It's a little bit different, but you don't mind, because this is exactly what you wanted. Yeah, totally. I am so happy that came out. We also have the High Priestess. Yep, High Priestess then. So we have intuition, wisdom, and patience. Love that. So with the High Priestess, I see that your future self is really connected to basically their soul. Like, I feel like you're by cutting out all of that noise in your life, you're finally hearing what your soul has to say. And that is what you will be connecting to. You will see more clearly. Oh yeah, we had clarity, Malachite with clarity. You have this clarity, you see what is good for you and what is not, by cutting out some of this noise, and then eventually pretty much all of it. I'm not saying like you will always be without internet or something. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, for now, probably you will be cutting out that because you want to, okay? I feel like this is something that your soul really wants you to do. And you feel it. I know you feel it too. So yeah, let's get the last card on the table. What last messages do you have for my beautiful pile number 3s? What last messages? We have Princess of Summer, which is Princess of Cups. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Absolutely. I love that for you. Oh my goodness. And I feel like this person is actually somebody who wants the same things. They want to live a simple life. They want to live outside of the clutter and the things. And I feel like if you have... yeah, this is something that I see for some of you. Those... it could be that those friends and those boyfriends and girlfriends who really love to live in the city and really love the noisy life, I feel like they might be the people that might be falling off. But it's okay. It's okay, you know? Like, don't be afraid. Because whenever universe takes something, they replace it with something that was a better fit. If that makes any sense. That is usually what happens. Yeah. Let me see if I see anything else. This is also... this is the thing though, like this was always happening, but I feel like you were distracted a lot, and so this has been delayed a little bit, but now it's happening again. Like this is the time with the hourglass here, with the tower or transformation card. It tells me that this was always meant to happen, and now it's time for this to happen. Now it's time for this old structure to crumble down so we can build something more sustainable in its place. And I feel like that's it. Like you will be living a sustainable life, like ecologically sustainable, financially sustainable, in every way, emotionally sustainable. Like it's a really sustainable life that you're building. Like this tower, the new tower that you will be building, there is no way it could ever crumble down. No way. Because it will be built on a solid foundation. And let me tell you something also with the tower card. Like I said, there is this angel leading the person away from the tower because it's about to crumble down. You have felt this coming. You knew that this was happening. You have felt it coming all along. So this isn't a surprise to you entirely. This is not an entirely surprising for you. But it's also something that you weren't quite yet prepared for, I feel like. But it will be okay. You will be just fine because you're not actually inside the tower anymore. You knew that this was coming, so you went outside. Yeah. And like I said, in this future, the relationships and friendships that you will have, they are all built on also like on solid foundations. Like these are people who you can really trust and count on, and they love the same things. I feel like you will have a lot of hobbies, like a lot of different things. And I also see like, I see this kind of like a making things from scratch type of things, and DIYs and baking bread. Lots of baking I see for some of you. Yeah, I don't know, there's something so beautiful in this reading. And the fact that we have the High Priestess, it's almost like this is what your soul desires, and what your future self is thanking you for is to actually like doing this, to actually taking it up. And it's like we have this little boy with the Ace of Air walking with this heavy sword in a snowstorm, and they're just going at it. They know what they need to do, and they are doing it. And like your spirit guides and your future self, they remember how hard it was, how difficult it was, and they remember doing it anyway, and they are so grateful that you did this, that you started to look into more peaceful life, to look into to kind of cut out all of that noise, visual and otherwise, and started looking for other opportunities for yourself. If you hadn't done that, if you wouldn't do it, then you would be living a very unfulfilling life for you, because I feel like your soul really requires peace. You might be a person who really loves their alone time. So this is something that your soul really needs. They need this to happen to be at peace. They need it. So your future self is really grateful that you actually did that. So yeah, I guess these were all the messages for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I would really love to read for you again, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye!